Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract wealth as if the universe itself is working for them? They don't chase money. They don't beg for opportunities. Instead, opportunities seem to chase them. It's like they're walking through life with an invisible magnet that pulls success, abundance, and influence right into their path. These are not just lucky people. They are what I call the chosen ones, and there's a secret they carry that even billionaires quietly understand. Most people spend their entire lives fighting for money, working harder, stressing more, and still feeling like they're one step behind. But the chosen ones, they move differently. There's something divine about the way they walk through life. Calm, certain, unbothered. They know who they are, and more importantly, they know that wealth isn't something they have to earn through struggle. It's something they align with. You see, true wealth doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your frequency, your inner state. Billionaires may not call it spiritual, but make no mistake. They live by the same energetic principles the chosen ones have known for centuries. They understand that wealth is a vibration. It's an energy that responds to confidence, clarity, and purpose. When you're aligned with your higher calling, money becomes a byproduct, not a pursuit. So if you've ever wondered why your path feels different, why you've faced setbacks that others couldn't handle, or why you've always felt destined for more, this message is your confirmation. You're not behind. You're being positioned. The storms you've survived weren't meant to destroy you. They were designed to refine you for the abundance that's waiting on the other side of your faith. And here's the truth most people never grasp. When you stop chasing money and start embodying purpose, wealth starts chasing you. That's the shift billionaires live by. And the secret the chosen ones are now waking up to. If this message speaks to your spirit, drop a DIN89 in the comments right now to declare that you're one of the chosen ones stepping into divine wealth. Let's grow together. Help us reach 5,000 subscribers as we awaken a new generation of chosen ones across the world. This is your moment. This is your sign. You're not just here to survive. You're here to attract, rise, and reign. Wealth isn't random. It's not luck, and it's not privilege alone. It's energy, and the chosen ones have mastered how to move with it. While most people live in a constant cycle of stress, fear, and scarcity, the chosen ones radiate something completely different. A calm, steady frequency of abundance. This inner state isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about knowing deep down that you are already connected to everything you need. Every thought you think and every word you speak carries a vibration. When you think, I'm broke or I'll never have enough, you are unconsciously programming your energy to repel wealth. But when you operate from gratitude, when you believe that blessings are already flowing toward you, the entire universe rearranges itself to reflect that belief. This is what billionaires understand, even if they never use spiritual terms for it. They think in frequencies, in energy, in alignment. They visualize success. They feel it in advance. And they act as though it's already real. The chosen ones do this naturally. They don't need to force manifestation or recite endless affirmations. Their belief system itself is a magnet. They walk by faith, not by sight, and that faith has power. It keeps them unshaken when others panic. It keeps them grateful when nothing seems to be working. And because gratitude and peace vibrate higher than fear, they attract better people, bigger opportunities, and divine timing that feels almost supernatural. What most people call luck is simply the law of resonance at work. You attract what you are ready for. If your spirit is full of worry, you'll meet more situations to worry about. But when your spirit vibrates with confidence, joy and faith, wealth begins to notice you. Opportunities start finding you. People start trusting you. Suddenly, what felt impossible begins to flow without resistance. That's the spiritual frequency of abundance. It's not about chasing. It's about becoming. You don't fight for blessings, you align with them. And the moment your energy matches your vision, everything you've prayed for begins to move in your direction. So pause for a second and ask yourself, what am I vibrating right now? Fear or faith? Doubt or destiny? Because the chosen ones understand this truth, the richest energy always wins. And once you step into that frequency, you'll never need to chase wealth again. The difference between struggle and effortless wealth isn't intelligence, it's alignment. Billionaires have discovered something that the world often overlooks. Money doesn't respond to desperation, it responds to direction. While most people are busy chasing every opportunity that crosses their path, billionaires wait for alignment, that perfect point where passion, purpose, and timing meet. The chosen ones understand this too, though their guidance doesn't come from spreadsheets or forecasts. It comes from intuition, divine timing, and trust in a higher plan. Think about the great wealth builders of our time: Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos. On the surface, their success seems purely strategic. But look closer, and you'll notice something deeper. They operate from conviction, not chaos. They're not just working hard. They're working in alignment with their unique calling. Musk isn't just building rockets. He's driven by a vision of humanity's future. Buffett doesn't chase every stock. He aligns with what he understands and trusts. Bezos built Amazon not from luck, but from a relentless alignment with his mission to make life easier for others. The chosen ones live by this same principle. They don't move because the world says go. They move when their spirit says no. Their power lies in discernment, knowing when to act, when to wait, and when to let go. That's why things seem to fall into place for them. Their energy is clean, their purpose is clear, and the universe responds accordingly. Alignment is the opposite of struggle. Struggle comes from forcing things that aren't meant for you. Alignment flows when you're connected to what is. Billionaires seem to glide through challenges because they understand the rhythm of timing. They trust it, respect it, and never fight it. The chosen ones walk that same spiritual path, even if it looks different. They might face delays, rejections, and setbacks, but they don't see them as failures. They see them as divine redirection. Proof that something greater is being orchestrated behind the scenes. This is the law of alignment. When your intentions, actions, and energy all agree, the universe has no choice but to deliver what belongs to you. That's why billionaires seem to attract the right deals at the right moment, and why the chosen ones attract blessings others can't explain. They're not lucky. They're aligned. So remember this, you don't chase wealth, you attract it by aligning with purpose. When your heart, your vision, and your faith move together, abundance doesn't need to be hunted. It simply arrives. Every chosen one must confront one powerful enemy before stepping into abundance. The scarcity curse, it's the invisible chain that keeps millions of people stuck in cycles of fear, lack, and limitation. This curse isn't about money itself. It's about the beliefs we inherited from generations who struggled to survive. It whispers lies like you'll never have enough, or money changes people, or you have to work yourself to death to earn anything worthwhile. These beliefs live deep in the subconscious, shaping how we think, act, and receive. The truth is, the scarcity mindset is one of the strongest spiritual prisons ever built. It convinces you that abundance is rare, that blessings are limited, and that someone else's success means less for you. But the chosen ones begin to see through this illusion. They start realizing that wealth isn't a privilege. It's an energy that's meant to flow freely. The universe doesn't run out of opportunities. God doesn't run out of miracles. It's only our minds that create walls where doors should be. Billionaires, whether they realize it or not, have broken this same mental barrier. They see the world as a place of endless possibilities, not competition. When they fail, they don't say, "I've lost everything." They say, "What's next?" Their focus is on creation, not preservation. And that's exactly how the chosen ones operate when they awaken. They shift from fear to faith, from limitation to expectation. Breaking the scarcity curse requires more than motivation. It requires a deep spiritual rewiring. You must stop identifying as someone who's trying to make it and start recognizing yourself as someone who's already chosen, already abundant, already connected to divine provision. When you stop viewing money as something external to chase and begin seeing it as energy that responds to your belief, everything changes. Close your eyes for a moment and think of every time you worried about not having enough, the bills, the pressure, the comparison. Now, imagine releasing that fear and replacing it with certainty. I am provided for. I am favored. I'm aligned with endless supply. That declaration breaks chains. That belief opens doors. The chosen ones are not meant to struggle endlessly. They are meant to restore balance to a world obsessed with lack. Every time you choose faith over fear, you weaken the scarcity. Curse, you remind the universe that you're ready for overflow. Because once your mind expands beyond limitation, your life will follow, and wealth will finally begin to flow where fear once lived. Every chosen one walks through a season of isolation before they ever touch abundance. It's not punishment, it's preparation. This is the part of the journey that most people misunderstand. They think loneliness means failure or abandonment, when in truth, it's one of the most sacred phases of becoming who you're meant to be. Before divine elevation, there's always divine separation. When you're being refined for something greater, God removes the noise. He takes away distractions, false connections, and temporary attachments. You start losing interest in things that once excited you. People drift away, plans collapse, opportunities dry up, and in that silence, it feels like your world is shrinking. But what's really happening is that your energy is being purified. You're being pulled out of environments that can't handle your next level. Look at history, and you'll see the same pattern in every great rise. Before Moses led people to freedom, he was alone in the desert. Before David became king, he was forgotten in the fields. Before every billionaire made their breakthrough, there was a period of silence and rejection. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company before he came back stronger. Elon Musk faced ridicule before his vision took off. Isolation always precedes revelation. The chosen ones experience this on a spiritual level. When everyone else is celebrating distractions, they're sitting in solitude, hearing the quiet voice of purpose. It's in that isolation where divine downloads happen, new ideas, clear direction, deeper faith. It's where your character catches up to your calling, because God won't allow abundance to arrive until you're strong enough to carry it. Many people never reach their season of overflow because they escape the process too soon. They can't handle the quiet. They chase company instead of clarity. But the chosen ones, they learn to embrace the stillness. They start to see that isolation isn't loneliness, it's alignment. It's the cocoon before transformation, the silence before the sound of destiny breaking open. So if you're in that silent stage right now, don't rush it. Don't beg for validation. Don't assume you've been forgotten. You're being hidden, not rejected. Protected, not punished. The people who once misunderstood, you will one day witness why you had to walk alone. Isolation is the soil where abundance grows. When you come out of it, you'll carry wisdom, clarity, and peace, the kind that can't be shaken. And when the world finally sees you shining, they'll think it happened overnight, never realizing that your glow was born in the dark. Money is not paper coins or numbers on a screen. It's energy in motion. It's the physical reflection of how freely you give, receive, and align with the universe's flow. Most people misunderstand this. They treat money as something to chase or cling to, but the chosen ones and the truly wealthy understand something deeper. Money is an exchange of energy, trust, and value. When you give your time, creativity, or skill to the world, you're putting energy out. When people reward you with money, that's energy coming back in. The more genuine, generous, and aligned your energy is, the stronger that flow becomes. That's why some people seem to attract wealth easily. They aren't chasing it. They're participating in its rhythm. They give with purpose, they serve with intention, and they receive without guilt. Billionaires live by this principle, whether they realize it or not. They understand the law of value. They don't just seek to make money, they create impact. They solve problems, uplift others, and pour energy into systems that multiply value. In return, the universe, through people, business, or timing, multiplies that energy back to them. It's never just about transactions. It's about transformation. The chosen ones share this same spiritual truth. When they step into their divine purpose, they become vessels for flow. Their words carry healing. Their work carries power. Their presence brings peace. And because they give so much energetic light, abundance naturally returns to them. It's not luck, it's law. The law of giving and receiving is as real as gravity. The more you hoard, the more you block. The more you release with faith, the more you invite increase. But here's where many people struggle. They give, but they give from fear. They give expecting immediate return or validation. That breaks the flow. The chosen ones give from trust, knowing that energy always finds its way back, sometimes in unexpected forms. You might give love and receive opportunity. You might give time and receive wisdom. You might give money and receive peace. Every act of giving plants a seed in unseen soil. Money flows to the ones who honor it as sacred energy. When you handle it with gratitude, it multiplies. When you use it to bless others, it expands. The chosen ones understand that true wealth isn't about how much you keep. It's about how much you can circulate without fear. Because energy, like faith, must keep moving to stay alive. So stop chasing money. Start nurturing energy. Value your craft, bless your earnings, and stay open to receive. The universe rewards those who keep the current flowing, because abundance, at its core, is never about possession. It's about participation. From the outside, it looks like chosen ones attract wealth with ease. But what most people never see is the silent discipline behind that flow. What appears effortless is actually the result of deep spiritual consistency, a lifestyle of faith, focus, and self-control. The chosen ones and billionaires have one thing in common. They master themselves long before they master money. The world glorifies hustle, the constant grind, the sleepless nights, the endless pursuit. But the truth is, real wealth doesn't come from chaos. It comes from clarity. The chosen ones understand that divine success is never rushed. They don't act out of panic or pressure. They act from peace. Every move they make is guided, intentional, and aligned with purpose. That's why their steps look effortless, because they've already done the inner work that most people skip. Behind closed doors, they practice habits that build spiritual muscle. They pray or meditate before they plan. They protect their peace before they chase profit. They listen before they leap. Their silence is powerful because it's not empty. It's filled with awareness, gratitude, and focus. This is the discipline that billionaires mirror in their routines. Whether it's early morning reflection, strict focus hours, or gratitude rituals, they've all learned that mastery of the mind creates mastery of money. Effortless wealth doesn't mean no effort. It means no wasted energy. The chosen ones know how to move without force. They trust divine timing instead of trying to control every outcome. They don't get distracted by comparison or envy because they understand that everyone's path unfolds differently. This calm, patient trust is their secret weapon. It keeps their energy clean, their mind clear, and their spirit open, which makes them a magnet for success. They've also learned the art of detachment. When something doesn't work, they don't spiral into doubt. They release it. They understand that rejection is just redirection, a sign that something better is aligning. Billionaires call it strategic focus. Chosen ones call it faith, but both mean the same thing. A quiet knowing that everything meant for you will find you. This is the silent discipline of abundance. It's not loud. It's not flashy. It's the ability to move with peace when others panic, to believe when others doubt, and to stay consistent when others quit. That's why their success feels so natural. It's rooted in stillness, not stress. So if you ever wonder why wealth seems to flow toward some people effortlessly, remember this. What looks easy on the outside is built on years of unseen discipline. The chosen ones mastered patience, purpose, and peace. And that's the kind of foundation no storm can shake. There comes a point in every chosen one's journey when they stop waiting for abundance and start embodying it. That's what it means to step into your billionaire energy, not arrogance, not greed, but a calm, spiritual certainty that wealth already belongs to you because you were designed to create, elevate, and expand. This is the moment when fear ends and ownership begins. Billionaire energy isn't about having millions in your account. It's about carrying the vibration of overflow, walking like someone who lacks nothing, who trusts everything, and who gives freely because they know there's always more coming. It's the same energy Billionaires project when they make bold moves without hesitation. They think differently. They decide quickly. They invest with vision. They're not chasing money. They're moving in purpose. The chosen ones share that same energy, but theirs comes from a higher source. They don't just believe in themselves. They believe in divine partnership. They know that every skill, every idea, every opportunity is part of a bigger mission. That's why their wealth doesn't just enrich their lives, it transforms others. When a chosen one succeeds, the world feels it. Families rise, communities heal, generations shift. To step into that frequency, you must first release small thinking. Stop talking yourself out of blessings. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Start speaking the language of abundance, faith, gratitude, vision, and generosity. Because when your words and your energy agree, the universe responds instantly. Speak wealth, live wealth, think wealth. That's how you draw it in. Remember, God doesn't choose you to live in struggle. He chooses you to demonstrate His abundance. Every trial you faced was meant to shape your character, not define your limits. The lessons, the losses, the late nights, they were preparing you to handle what's coming. You've already earned your seat at the table. Now it's time to sit down in authority. You are the manifestation of billionaire energy. Every step you take in faith multiplies. Every moment you trust instead of fear expands your flow. You don't have to beg for what's already yours. You just have to align with it. The chosen ones don't chase wealth. They become wealth. They carry light, and that light attracts everything they were meant to receive. So if this message resonates with you, type *99 in the comments to declare your shift into divine abundance. Share this with another chosen one who needs to hear it. Let's rise together and hit our next milestone. 5,000 subscribers strong. Every share spreads light. Every comment expands this movement. Because this isn't just a video, it's a calling. You're not watching by accident. You're here because the universe is reminding you who you are. The wait is over. The alignment has begun. Now step into your billionaire energy and walk as the chosen. One you were always meant to be.